So let's talk really quick about smart objects. You can see that this image is a smart object because on this layer, you can see this little icon in the layer palette on the image thumbnail. And it looks like a piece of paper with like a square sort of cut out of it or floating above that piece of paper. That indicates that this is a smart object. Now, smart objects are super powerful. The best way to work by far. Whenever you have the option, you really should use a smart object. It really saves a lot of headaches and problems in the future. And the main advantage of a smart object is that they are non-destructible. So you can't damage this image while it's a smart object. Any effect that you apply can be undone or modified later. Any adjustment that you make can be undone or modified later. They're very, very powerful, a great way to work. And it's really easy to change a smart object into a raster layer or regular Photoshop layer by just right-clicking. I can choose rasterized layer. Now, I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to because I want to have the power of smart objects. They're super powerful, non-destructive. No matter what I do, I can't ruin it. So when you have the option to work with a smart layer, always choose that option. You can see in the book, I've got 4 bullet points that talk about smart objects. They're non-destructive. They can always be returned to their original state, so you don't have to worry about ruining them. Filters applied to them can always be modified later. When you apply a filter to just a regular Photoshop layer, that change can't be undone once the document's saved and reopened. With smart objects, they always can. Smart objects can also be linked. You can place an object in, and then it maintains a connection to the original application that created it. And if that original document is changed, it automatically updates in Photoshop. And lastly, smart objects tend to be very flexible and they can be moved between Adobe applications. So if I have a layer that's a smart object in my Photoshop document, most other Adobe applications can see that layer as a separate object. So it's also very powerful and very portable. So when you can, work with smart objects. Huge advantages to them, which will become more and more obvious as we work through this project.